Hey, how y'all doing? It's your girl here, Shree Isabel. Listen, can I just keep it 100 with y'all? Sometimes social media gets on my last nerve. People are so controversial and they're so unwilling to accept reality and accept truth, and especially when it comes to believers in and followers of Christ. They're so quick. I told y'all, them preachers ain't about nothing. They taking y'all money. That church taking y'all money. Y'all believing in that Bible. They're unwilling to accept truth, and they already a lot of times have their mind made up of whatever. And I said all that to say this because there is a clip of Bishop T.D. Jakes, a video clip that has been circulating or recirculating or whatever. Him preaching, I think the title of the message is Real Men Poor. And within this message, he makes a statement: we're raising women to be men. It's a 2 or 3 minute clip that most people are playing. We're raising women to be men. And before y'all even go there, let me go ahead and put this out there. I'm not a Bishop Jakes fan, not like that. He absolutely have said things over the years that have blessed my life that I have tried to take to heart and that I've tried to implement in my own life. But it's not because I'm just a fan of Bishop Jakes. Number one, the video clip at this point in time is a month old. It was a message that he preached during Father's Day, during a Father's Day service. And people are only showing this 2 or 3 minute clip. This is what they're showing.
This breaks all sociological orders of the culture we're living in now, because we are raising up women to be men. And you are not applauded for your femininity. You are applauded in the contemporary society by how tough, rough, nasty, mean, aggressive, hateful, possessive you are, and you are climbing the corporate ladder, but we are losing our families. I know you can buy your own car. I know you can buy your own house. But until you create a need that I can pour into, I have no place in your life. So stop coming home bragging to me about how much you don't need me and wonder why I shy away.
He makes a statement: we're raising women to be men. But they do not play the entire statement. If you continue to listen to the message or watch the message, you see that he explains why sometimes women respond a certain way. This is how he explains it.
Has become, let's prove to the men how dispensable they are. And it is born out of pain because we hurt you and betrayed you and lied to you and cheated to you, and you became like you became out of pain. But watch what is born out of pain. Benoni can never be king, only Benjamin. That is born out of pain is the way you cope with disorder. Insist for better out of me rather than replacing me.
He is not being misogynistic. He is not being demeaning. He is not being condescending to women. He is explaining a spiritual concept as to why sometimes women respond in a certain way. If you are not a believer or a follower of Christ, you do not have his spirit, you are not going to understand what he is talking about. It's going to go over your head. He's explaining something from a biblical, from a spiritual standpoint, that, and what he's saying in essence is this: you don't have to be cutthroat. You don't have to claw your way up the corporate ladder. You don't have to keep telling a man that you don't need him. You can buy yourself this. You can do this. You can do that. That's what he's saying in that clip. You don't, sis, it takes nothing from you to have that a man that is a nurturer, that is a provider, that is a protector, that cares for you, that loves your children, that's there for you, that is the man of his house, that is the priest of his home. It takes absolutely nothing away from you being successful raising your kids or being successful in your business, getting your education. It takes nothing away from you whatsoever. Just like we women want a man's man, we want that man to be that protector. We want that man to be that go-getter. No man wants a burly woman that can flip him over the chair, that is all the time telling him she don't need him and she can do for herself. No man really wants that. He wants a woman that is soft and feminine, but yet strong and secure in who she is. That's what he's saying. He's not talking down to women. He's just saying you can be soft. You can be gentle. The Bible talks about a soft answer turns away wrath, turns away anger. You can be all these things. You can be beautiful, but yet have that strength, the strength of a lioness, a strength to go out there and be a go-getter, strength to start your business, a strength to move in the face of adversities. That's what he's talking about. He even goes on in the message. If you listen to the sermon in its entirety, he's actually admonishing and encouraging men to take their rightful places in the family and in the home. It's a whole nother, we can go to a whole nother page, a whole nother story, lesson, just talking about part of the dysfunction, especially in our African-American communities and our African-American families. Part of the dysfunction is because our men are out of place. They're out of place with God. They're out of place financially. They're out of place emotionally. And our families, the women and the children are suffering. That's a whole nother lesson. But that is what that message and that clip is about. Stop letting these media people and social media trip with your mind. They do it with everything and everybody. Stars, politicians, they do it with everybody. They will show one clip and the entire world runs with it. But I would admonish you and encourage you to go back and watch that. And it will bless you because he explains a lot of things that goes on in the family, why there is a lot of hurt, why there is a lot of emptiness, why there are sometimes issues with abandonment, because men are empty. They have not allowed God to pour into them. Oftentimes they didn't have fathers to pour into them. So they get wives and they have children and they're empty. They're an empty vessel trying to pour into other people and there's nothing there. That's what he's talking about.